new information tonight in the death of a Gwinnett County teenager. Tori Lang's father says police told him her car was found burned out miles away from where her body was found and at Yellow River Park nearly 1 week ago. And her family is now pleading for anyone out there with information to come forward to help catch Tori's killer. And just hours ago, 11 Alive's John Sherrick spoke with her father.
She was a beautiful person inside and out.
Tori Lang, born 18 years ago, named after her father, Torrey. Now 1 week after Gwinnett County Police found her shot to death under a tree in Yellow River Park. Her father says police told him they just found her missing Nissan Versa. Found her car burned some 5 miles from Yellow River Park in some woods in Hidden Acres Nature Preserve.
You know, it's pretty scary.
Tori's father thinks it had to have been someone she knew who shot her in the head.
Right in the temple.
Then drove her car away and set it on fire.
They found the car all burnt up, which means they were trying to hide it.
Police not ready to discuss possible suspects or motives. The Langs last saw Tori Tuesday night a week ago. By early Wednesday morning, police had found her body. Tori, a 2020 honors graduate of Stevenson High School, living for others.
She just brought the best out of people, man, and full of joy in life. Somebody had to be either on some serious drugs or this person was a demon to do this to, somebody so innocent and sweet.
The family has set up an online fundraiser to help with funeral expenses. Her private funeral, Tori was their only child, will be Friday.
I just feel like a nightmare, man.
Her parents aching for answers and an arrest.
Good morning. Today is Thursday, August 5th. The year is 2021. You just saw that video where a young 18-year-old girl was found shot in the head. Her name was Tori Lang. She was found in a park in Gwinnett County. She was missing, and they found her body. She'd been shot. Her car was found burned up and hidden in some woods. An 18-year-old girl was shot in the head for what? Who would do such a horrible crime? What would be the purpose of this? Atlanta, and a lot of purposes, because we know this stuff happens everywhere. But it's just so scary that what could an 18-year-old girl have done that required that someone would do this to her? I'm sure she'd done nothing wrong. She might have gave somebody a ride. Maybe it could even be an old boyfriend or old friend. She could have been in a relationship with somebody. Could just be a jealous hater. I mean, there's so many I don't know the young lady, and the police have not went into any motives why anybody would want to do this. I can't imagine why would somebody want to shoot this beautiful 18-year-old girl. And the sad part is her parents, this is their only child. And they lost in such a horrible way. I couldn't imagine having my only child harmed in this manner. And now we got to figure out who did this and why. She was a 2020 honors graduate of Stevenson High. Was planning to go to college. She graduated last year. She always lived for others, he wrote. She just brought the best out of people. She was a beautiful person inside and out. Somebody had to be either on some serious drug or this person was a demon to do this to somebody so innocent and sweet. We live in a world where people don't care about nobody. This vicious crime, I can't even imagine what would interest in someone's mind to take a gun and shoot someone in the head. A young person like that. Was she a victim of a robbery? Was it a carjacking? Did she know her assailant? Did she do what? There's tons of questions. I've learned Atlanta has changed from when I moved here at 18 years of age. These teenagers today, they're in a war zone and their lives are at risk. It's just a daily place. The crime has skyrocketed in this town in the past few years, particularly since the pandemic. What could somebody gain from it? What is the reason for this? What was the purpose? To take such an innocent person's life, a beautiful, innocent person. And the sad part about it, I see these crimes every day on the news here in Atlanta, over and over and over and over again. But there'll be no marching. There'll be no protests. No one's going to march up and down and stand on the highway and block the streets to protest this young girl's death. We just accepted this as an everyday occurrence in the black community. Like it's not a big deal. Every day I turn on the news, I see murder after murder after murder in the city of Atlanta, in the surrounding areas. And no one says anything. That's why I stay in this house. When I tell you all I'm so cautious about the sun going down, I'll roll my ass back to this house. I don't want to meet no new strain, no new people in my life. Very leery about letting people into my home. I had a neighbor who was trying to be friendly. I just closed my door. I don't want to know these people. I've learned to keep to myself. This is the most peaceful period of my entire life, living in this townhome alone. Not having to deal with people. I don't want nobody I don't know coming through my door. One of my friends say, keep them evil spirits out. I'm not really a person who believes in that type of stuff, but I don't want nobody in here. I've learned to just, it's okay to just deal with myself for the time being. People want to go out to dinner, they want to hang out and go places. I don't have time for that mess. If I want to go to dinner, I drive myself over and get me something to eat. I get her to go and bring it by us back home and eat it in my house. Did she meet a stranger? Did she meet somebody offline? Did she meet some crazy person? Did she know the person? Was this an ex-boyfriend? Is she in a relationship? Who would do this? That's why I keep my inner circle so tiny. Circle of One. That was a good song by Lita Adams too. Great album. This is frightening to think how so many of us, someone's life is not that important. I couldn't even imagine harming somebody in that way. For what reason? Was this a robbery gone bad? Did she have a large sum of money? Did she cash a check or something? Did she win a lottery ticket or something? You know, these questions go through my head because people are so crazy. She might have told a girlfriend, ooh, child, I won $10,000 on this scratch off. Girl, baby, let me see it. I want to see it. Bring it over here to me. And went and met a friend. I'm just using that as a scenario. I don't know what happened here. You can't trust nobody these days. Nobody. You can't imagine in your car. You can't imagine in your home. You can't even let people know where you live at. I made my mind up. With my lease is up here, I'm moving into a high rise. Way up in the sky. Far away from the niggas. I'm serious. I have learned as I get older, I don't want to be bothered with people. Because every time you let somebody into your life, all this chaos and confusion, I don't want to be bothered at all. I just can't take the risk no more. Somebody left their cell phone over here. That's what you hear ringing. He got a nice ringtone on that phone too. Anyway, as I was saying, just ignore that ringing in the background. I think it's horrible when I saw it. I saw this over the past few days. And I saw the little 17-year-old kid who died from COVID. I did that. These are young people whose lives are being snuffed out before they can even get to adulthood. And it breaks my heart to see these young folks losing their lives, so innocent and so young. Are parents doing the right things to protect their children? Are they educating them on you can't hang around everybody? You can't meet someone like these other girls who met folks at their job. A 19-year-old girl was killed. She met some man at her job. Lead them strangers where you meet them. Don't hang out with these people. You don't know them. Will they find this woman's murderer? I hope so. All these past few weeks, seeing all these innocent young people slaughtered here in Atlanta, it makes me sick to my stomach. People shot in their cars driving through the city. People shot coming out of nightclubs or restaurants or in their own home. And we just ignore it. It's like it's nothing. Not a big deal at all. Nobody cares. It's scary. It's frightening. I hope they do find the person who did this to this young woman, because I'm sure she didn't deserve that. And I hope they do. I am beginning to really think death penalty might, in some of these cases, some people deserve the death penalty. That man who served 20 years in prison, who harmed those two women, who he killed his co-workers, he needs the death penalty. He don't need to get out of prison ever again. They need to take him, they need to turn on that electric chair and sit his ass in there. Turn on back on old Sparky. Some of these people should never get out of prison. And when they find the person who did this, I hope that person gets life in prison with no possibility of parole, because it just don't make no sense. Who would do this? And they're going to find this person. It happened in Gwinnett County. I'm sure Gwinnett County Police are working this case 24 hours until they find out what took place and why someone did this to this young lady. People, y'all got to be more careful out here in this world. Lately, when I've been going to the gym and working out, people want to come up and talk and exchange phone numbers. I say, give me your number, and I store it in my phone. I don't give them my number. I don't want to be bothered. I just don't. Life has gotten too short and too precious. All these crazy people running around here, I don't want to be bothered with. This lady, maybe she met the wrong person. She trusted someone. And the crazy part is, I'm willing to bet the person who did this to her was somebody who looks just like me and her, with someone of color. And I think she may have known or been around the person who did this. I knew this because people just, like I said, the incident a few weeks ago where this man was put in the trunk of his car here in Atlanta and burned, set that car on fire with him in the trunk of that car. Y'all gotta learn to stay away from these people. Everybody's not your friend, and letting people into your life randomly, whether you met them on the internet, social media, job, gym, leave these motherfuckers alone. At some point, we all got to realize we ain't safe out here. And it's the people that you bring around you who will harm you most of the time. We do know carjackings happen. We know robberies happen. We do know this. Someone could have robbed this young lady and took her there and did this to her. It could have been a complete stranger. She might have went to the ATM machine. Or somebody might have jumped the car and forced her to go to the ATM machine. I'm very curious to hear what the police, when they start investigating, and Gwinnett County Police are going to investigate this fully. But unfortunately, even here in Atlanta, there are some crimes that are never solved. There are some crimes that are never resolved. And they never know who did this to somebody. And I think that's sad. And I hope this isn't going to be one of those crimes where they never know who did this. Or they never find out the person who killed this beautiful young woman. Be careful out, y'all. Stay alert. Pay attention to your surroundings and pay attention to people that you bring into your inner circles. Some of these people are just so hateful. Like Maya Angelou said, when people do something to you, believe them the first time. Listen to what they say. Listen to the things that they do. Sometimes when you deal with friends, they could be like a sort of cattiness competition sometimes. And people will say stuff. I think back to incidents where friends would say stuff to me. I say, huh? Now I'm a little bit older and wiser. That was hate coming out their mouth. And ain't nothing like being surrounded by a bunch of jealous, hating ass niggas. They will do anything to stop you, including kill you. People that you deal with on a daily basis. I've seen this. You got to be more careful. Make wiser decisions. Stay around people, your family members who love you. I wish that young lady had called her father and been more in touch with him, let him know I'm meeting somebody, I'm going here, I'm doing this. I wish that she had done something like that so he would know where she was. But people want to be grown and they don't want to have to check in to somebody. I really wish that her father, her parents had been more, and I don't know them, I'm just making assumptions here. I have friends now when they go on dates, Walter, I'm going here, I'm going there and doing that. I say, okay, cool. If I had a child, I would want them to want to know where are you at, what are you doing, who are you with, for their own safety. I'm not your parole officer, probation officer, but just keep me in touch with who you're dealing with and what you're doing. I hope that this mother and father of Torrey, I hope they know their daughter's acquaintances, and who she was dealing with, and who her friends were. That may shed a light on who possibly did this to her. Well, anyway, today is Thursday, August the 5th. I need to see, I think the maintenance guy left that phone on the counter as they're hearing it ringing. I need to look at it. But anyway, if you like my videos, click like. Please share my videos with family members and friends. Click like. Make sure you all subscribe to my channel. I love to hear you all's thoughts. I read all of you all's comments. I'm very curious to know what you all think about this situation. And why do these crimes continue to happen to these young teenagers? Are we educating our children to be more street savvy and understand you ain't safe out there around nobody? Don't trust anyone with your life. And I tell that to anybody, I don't care how old you are. I'm 51, and I don't trust anybody with my life. I've had people call me late at night, man, what you doing? I want to stop by. It's midnight. You're not coming over here no midnight. Why are you even calling me this time of night? Oh, I was with a friend. We just want to hang out. You ain't hanging out over here. What are y'all thinking? What made you think that I'm going to have company over here this time of night and you think I'm a stranger? What is going on here? No, I'm in bed asleep. And I don't like strangers coming to my house that I do not know. As I've gotten older, I've gotten a lot more stricter with the rules. I don't want to know these folks. I ain't got to meet everybody. I ain't got to meet your friends or family members. I got a ton of family members and friends I already didn't hang out a small. I'm gonna keep it that way. We can't be paranoid, but at the same time we have to protect our homes and protect our lives, and just be careful who we allow in. But anyway, it's late at night, so let me late this afternoon. It's I'm gonna give me some lunch. It's Thursday, August the 5th. Thursday, August the 5th, year 2021. I look forward to y'all reading y'all's comments. I'm out of here, and you all enjoy the rest of your beautiful Thursday.